radio. Give that radio sound, but at the end it said, but if you want to be together, then let's groove. And that's the end of the song. And she know the tech. And she moved it out to the sunset. Because that's what it is. Like, but if you want to flow with us, you gotta groove with us 100% the way that the wind blows. You flow with the wind. So the wind is gonna take you where you need to go. The wind is backed by the presence of God Almighty. No man has control of the wind.
Right.
The wind is so light and it's so easy. You know, it's easy to take lightly, but it's a powerful something. You know what I mean? When you mess with it, you know, that's the presence of God Almighty. The breath of God is the revelation that comes through. The breath of God is giving you the living breath, so you can do what you need to do. But we take it lightly. We breathe every day, but we take it real lightly. But if you don't believe the words of the Spirit of the Lord saying, and keep on going about your way and doing the things that you want to do, then that thing begins to come against you, because you're called and chosen. Boo, the chosen ones have to flow with the wind. The chosen one has to go where the wind blows, and they have to know that they know that I got to flow with what the high frequency tells me to do, because that's where I'm going to prosper. That's our way of prospering and walking in our breakthrough. Our breakthrough is where we are standing right here with no fear, moving into the next place God is taking us to by His revelation, because God's revelation is our elevation. People have Bitcoin, that's their revelation. They have, you know, trading, that's their revelation. They have, you know, and they think that's their elevation. But the revelation for the chosen few that are chosen and called to do what God, the highest frequency, has called them to do, has their revelation, which is their elevation, which comes to the day of celebration, which is the new day that we have come to, when we're walking in our breakthrough, and something that's new. It's a new day to hear clear what the Spirit of the Lord has to say. It's a new day to live in the right way. It's a new day to understand right where you stand. You are manifesting into the presence of I am. You are manifesting into the beautiful you outwardly, into the beautiful you inwardly that He created you to be. Don't just look and see the beauty queens that you see. Understand there's so much more to me. That's what He's saying. I made y'all to look a certain way on this very day. He's saying, because I want you to be able to flow with everybody else, you know, where they can understand we can do the same thing too. That they can understand, oh, you just like us and we just like you. Because that's what He says, in the last days my spirit will be poured out on all flesh. But now this is the last day, when this is the first is saved for last and the last is saved for first. This is the best of the best. This is the day when you're free to be as beautiful as you want to be, and as colorful and as talented as you want to be, for all eyes to see that God is saying, I'm the Lord of the Lord and the King of the King. And every knee shall bow and every eye shall see that I am God Almighty, because the greater one is in you, the greater one is coming through you, and there's going to be nothing that you cannot do, and you're going to have a good time doing it too. Because see, the beauty is not the beauty that you first see on the outside. The beauty is the beauty that comes from the inside, that resurrects up and upon you and moves you into your breakthrough, because there's more to you than meets the lie. These eyes lie. These eyes are the delusion that we live in. That delusion are the things that we see naturally. The delusion are the things that the world takes first, but that's what we got to see. That's how He deceived Adam and Eve when He walked into the garden and He said, eat this apple off of this tree. And it's like, that apple looks really good to me. But the Lord told us, now don't you do this, because you already have everything you need. But see, now in this new day, He's bringing us back to where we used to be, because now we're coming to the beginning of where we used to see the glory of God Almighty. And this is the new day to where He's coming through. Stop looking for what you're looking for out of the sky and think there's nothing that's for you to do. No, you have to humble yourself down to bring yourself back up, to break free, enter the glorious, gifted, and talented, all-knowing and all-having children of light with divine insight that God created you to be. Beauty inside, beauty outside. Ready for action. No more sighing and dying, having to cry, and living the old day passing away life of the delusion of the material world that you see when you're looking for your sweetheart or you're looking for your money. Look for yourself, honey. See yourself first. You know, break that old day curse and break free into the beautiful, glorious, omnipotent presence of oneness with God that you want to be. He is omnipotent and omnipresent all around you, all at the very same time, but you are connected to His mind, the Christ mind. The Christ mind is the return of your divine mind, which is the glory of God Almighty. He's the day to where you come free, to where you are coming into your unlimited prosperity that does not come from you working hard and struggling by the coat of your brow, but it's coming by you manifesting His presence inwardly into outwardly, because He's saying, you've been spending time with me, and who am I? He is am the wind. I am the living wind that blows. But when you sit in it long enough and put your finger up and say, where's God at right now? And you open up your ear, he says, let me show you how to hear. You hear by tuning yourself down, giving him a little moment of time to where you begin to tune your mind with the wind that's blowing. Nice and slow. So you slow down your frequency just a little bit so you can hear a little bit more clear, so he can show you how to remove fear, so you can hear him say, my presence is here. Don't you fear, my presence is here. I'm taking you where you need to go. I'm not moving too slow. I'm waiting for you to slow down your mind and all the chitter that goes on inside, so now you can break free from the old day passed away world of the ego and pride where we used to be, where we never hear from the presence of God Almighty. But when you slow down just a little bit, I'll set somebody up for you to do it for you if you need me to, and then I'll come through and then I will show you exactly how it was done for them too. All they did was slow down and take the time to, like here, if you open up your Bible and you can see that God is saying, I'll begin to give you nuggets. You begin to hear from me. But when I just I manifest up my children that I set to the side purposefully, and then beautifully they birth children too. Now that's a beautiful thing, you know, because now the children is coming out in the new day having the ability to do anything. But it's a new day. It's a new day to have a good time laughing and playing and being as colorful and talented and gifted and talented as you want to be. But we get ready to set up a stage, we get ready to set up a basketball field of gifted and talented children and gifted and talented adults doing their thing, doing the thing that they always wanted to do. Because the world told you these are things you're not gonna be able to do. You're just gonna be the same old thing where you used to be. You're gonna always be what you think you see in the mirror, you know, of your time. But the Spirit of the Lord is saying, see, I'm timeless. I'm not a God of time. I'm a God of returning to the right mind. I'm not a God of time. I'm a God of
returning to the right mind.
Return back to your youthfulness inwardly into outwardly. You know, despite even though we have to go through what we go through, no matter what age we are, we got to keep the bodies in shape. We got to keep the bodies going. We got to keep the body eating healthy food. We got to keep the body growing. And we got to allow these voices to sing. We got to allow these gifts and these talents to get on the field and do its thing. We got to allow the basketball to get to be dunked into the basket just right here all the time. We got to allow everybody to let their gifts and their talents shine. And that's going to happen a day to where everyone's going to be able to display the gift and the talent that's on the inside of them. And see, you begin to come free because, hey, I didn't even know this was on the inside of me. Okay. And I'm getting better and better every time. And then my enthusiasm is rising up. My fulfillment of self is rising up. My love for self is rising up. My ability to see me is rising up. Because the world that you live in causes you to keep looking at everybody else on TV or on the radio, looking at people that you want to see outside of you. But the Spirit of the Lord is saying, listen, boo, you just as great too. You have gifts and talents. You have skills. And see, but you can have all the skills in the world and someone can tell you all day, but if you don't know it and you don't feel it, then the devil will keep on trying to steal it. And you be like, oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Beyonce, you know, you all looking at somebody else and thinking that you as beautiful, as gifted, as talented, as wise, and even wiser because you have the ability to allow the songs to come through. But then the songs are something that's going to set somebody else free so they'll be able to do the same thing too. So it's not vainglory, it's God's glory breaking through. So now when you sing, and now when you do what you do, even if it's playing basketball, no matter what you bring to the stage or what you bring to the page, now you have the ability to make a difference in the world, not just for you, first and foremost, very importantly, contrary to what the world tells you. You know, work for me, work for this person, and make a little bit of money. And if you don't come in on time, you're not gonna be there no more. We just put somebody in your place. You know what I mean? Because we gotta run our store. They don't care about you. You know what I mean? But when you return back to loving you first, and when no one else even would get ready to, then you begin ready to walk in you get ready to walk in your breakthrough. You get ready to cause all things to be new for you. You begin to allow yourself to come through because you can come into somebody else's place, somebody else's relationship, somebody else's church, somebody else's work, and so you'll always be, you know, like, wow, I'm second up in here. I feel like I'm last up in here, you know, and then you begin to fear like, nah, I'm never going to get anywhere, you know, and then so you listen to that. The devil will tell you that, but that's how the devil try to train you to see or train you to be. But see, now God is saying, don't you listen to that, sweetie. The greater one is on the inside of you, and you roll with me. You groove with me. You move with me. This is how you want to come through. My wind is going to keep on blowing on you. That's how God, he got that anointed. You're like, no, you play right now. But I done seen that happen many a time. Just a wave of the hand, and next you know the whole I'm telling you. And the more he elevated, that's the angels are present, and the angels were like, and the whole church fall out. Everybody fall out under that anointing, under the appointing of what God created them to do, letting their gifts and their talents come through. They get up like I went down normal, but I'm supernatural. I feel like there's nothing I can do, you know? That anointing come on you. So all you gotta do is, that's what he said, you stay in my presence long enough, I'm not a God that I will bluff. That's what he's saying. My presence is here. Have no fear. Get ready to move in your anointing, my dear. This is a new day to hear clear what the Spirit of the Lord has to say. And while you're doing it, you get to laugh, have a good time, and play. You don't get all stuck and studious, you know, and sitting just right. You know, no. You allow yourself to be free, and you become the light. That's what he's saying. You begin to illuminate. You begin to celebrate. And you no longer ruminate. You begin to love one another. And that love that's on the inside of you brings the magic, the serendipitous auspiciousness through. That love sets you free because you're not connected to negative or toxic energy. You know what I mean? You let all the toxic energy go, and then you just begin to flow in the know. And God is going to take you just where you need to be, because you're going to be flowing with Him in His glory. This is the day of glory. This is the day of illumination. That's so precious. This is the day of celebration. This is the day of elevation. And that's where you want to be. That's the new day called the Epiphany. You come into divine glory, and you receive a new life of infinity. And you begin to come into the garden of peace of Eden, and you have your serenity, and you get lined up with your mind, body, spirit, and soul. And you're happy and colorful and talented, and you're happy to be what God created you to be euphorically. Colors and gifts and talent. That's what the many colors on Joseph Coat meant. It means they have many multifaceted levels of talent. Many gifts and talents. That's the representation of God Almighty. And God is a happy place to be. It's happy. We have a good time all the time. We shine. That's what we do. We illuminate. When you walk in the room, you can't figure out why is the room changing. You know what I mean? Somebody's like, hey, what's going on here? Wow, the whole atmosphere done changed. That's because it's you part in the Red Sea. We are removing the spirit of fear. There's no fear here. There's you coming to begin to understand that there is a new presence. There is a refreshing presence. There is a regenerating presence, a restoring presence, a curing presence here. And that's the fullness of God Almighty taking place. He's saying, I am removing fear this year. And I am causing you to illuminate, and no longer will you have to cry and sigh and shed tears. You will now begin to see yourself like, hey, there's nothing I cannot do, because I feel the essence. I feel the divine essence coming up and upon me, to where now I'm walking in my breakthrough. My music done busted out and it's pouring out of me. My dance stuff done busted out and it's pouring out of me. My gift with technology is busted out and pouring out of me. My business gift for finances is busting out and pouring out of me. My ability to understand marketing and promotion is busting out and pouring out of me, and then everything else that I'm able to do with a powerful voice at the same time too. But it's so many multi-level hats to wear, so many different gifts and talents that we're able to break through in. And when we come in the room and we blow the whole house away, and our tears come out of our eyes, and we can't believe what the people had to say, like, wow, they're talking about me. Oh my goodness, right, Serenity? Should I do that? Yes, you did. And they've been asking for you ever since. Why? You know? Because you have been born in the illumination light of the divine insight of God Almighty and princesses, along with adding to you the new day prince that sees your gift and your talent too. Oh, they're connected right now as I speak. Resources get added to you because, see, you are illuminating and not ruminating, despite all that you went through, losing everything too, having to get broke down and built back up. But I'm just saying, we done been through some things. We done been through some things. But when we went through and when we had nothing at all, we lost everything, we had the Lord over lords and the King over kings. And He still brought us through, and you're still shining like you've never been through the fire. Because that fire is a representation of the liar. The liar did not define us. Because it is in God. I say it is in God. I say it is in God that we shine.
He's on the pew. He's on the church pew.
I'm getting in on this right here. But this is a new day to hear what the Spirit of the Lord has to say, because the Spirit of the Lord is speaking to you, is speaking to you about you. Because the closer He says you get to me, the closer you get to you. With your own eyes to see, divine glory is coming out of you, because you get ready to walk in your own self-sufficient, gifted and talented, many hats you guys wear. Many hats people out there wear, and they feel like, oh, what was me? Nobody sees me. But you know what? Yeah, sometimes you have to create your way out. For your truth, I am you, and you are me. God Almighty.
Oh yeah, that one.
But yeah, it's create. That's why I can remember what chapter I'm in. But you create your way out, because see, people are not going to do it for you. People look at you and get jealous of you real quick. Oh, you shining a little bit better than me. You know, or if you are, I don't want them to see. You know, or whatever the case may be. But don't you know that in the presence of God, there's no competition, sweetie? It's real love shares in life. Because we come with you alike, and when all our lights come together, we shine as a big, giant, bright light. That's the manifestation of the presence of God Almighty.
For real.
There's no big eyes and little U's. There's you coming into the truth. The whole truth is nothing but the truth, and walking in your breakthrough to where we no longer live under the lower level frequency of malice, strife, hatred, and jealousy. They don't exist here. You are free. And he whom the Son of the light of Jesus Christ makes free
It's free indeed.
So now you can begin to set your own stage. And one of the chapters in my book, it says create your way out, and baby girl, baby boy, don't you doubt. So we can get ready to set the stage, okay, for your gifts and your talents to come through, because it's going to elevate you, it's going to set you free, and you're going to be so glad that you did. We're going to be ready to get into a place where we're going to have a party. It's going to be a youth party, because there's no big eyes and little youth. It's only youth walking on the street.
To the beach, y'all. Let's go. All around the world. Y'all know.
Notice him having pants and you having a skirt.
So that. To the beach, y'all. Yeah.
Favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. I keep it so fresh on the microphone. I like no interruption when the game is on. I like slam dunk and take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go, and it's basketball. Bow wow, let's go.